everybody, SMA Watts here, and we are about to continue our Let's Play of the Draenei Paladin in World of Warcraft. When we last left off, we had answered the Argent Call and dealt with the Noxious Glade. Now we're going to take a little jaunt to the south, and we're going to deal with the Brotherhood of Light.
What now?
The Brotherhood of Light has a history of brash, thoughtless decisions. They bridged a gap between the Scarlet Crusade and the Argent Dawn. They were among the first to plunge into Northrend, while many of us lingered behind. However, they also have a history of getting results, which I respect. They fight on two fronts now, one battle in Stratholme, and another, more immediate battle to the south at Tyr's Hand. I suggest you speak with Angela dos Santos at Tyr's Hand. You may be of service.
Watch your back.
To Tyr's Hand. Okay, I did set my Hearthstone to Heartlight Soap Chapel. I'm like, I was planning on Hearthing back at the end of this, because it's going to be a little bit quest dense. So it'd be nice to be able to avoid the ride back. But the last thing I really wanted to do was hearth back to Chillwind Point. And that's part of why I always make sure that I'm not trying not to turn in quests at the beginning, because that way I can restart the video if I screw something up like that up.
Hey there.
A paladin, just what we needed. Your arrival couldn't have been more timely. We were only given 100 men to complete this mission, and we're already down by 1. Our scout was sent into the enemy stronghold to clear some of the guards that patrol the area, and to set off a flare so we could enter with a coordinated attack. Our 99 remaining men lie at the ready, waiting for that flare. I need a talented paladin like you to sneak into Tyr's Hand, take out as many guards as possible, and then set off the flare. Are you up to it?
Have a good one.
But of course.
For Argus!
Are they dead? They are in fact dead now. The Scarlet Crusade is no more. Functionally. There is still some hints of the Scarlet Crusade in Tirisfal Glades. But really, to be honest, given how effectively the Forsaken have pushed south, I refuse to believe that they haven't been able to take the monastery. Especially when you factor in that they just don't have the support of Hearthglen or Tyr's Hand anymore to give them reinforcements. They're just sort of an isolated little cathedral now. Ah, that Centurion has fallen. And die. And this is video 49. We're at level 45. So we have slipped to the point where I think we're starting to level every other video-ish. The flare is fully assembled, and the match lies unused next to the fuse. The fallen Argent Centurion got much closer to setting off this flare than you had guessed. The flare launcher has been emptied. To take the Abbey. The Scarlet Crusade maintains a well-fortified abbey in the lower western tier of Tyr's Hand. The abbey will need to be secured before proceeding any further into the stronghold. Take the barracks. One of the key fortifications within Tyr's Hand is the barracks, which lies right next to the flare. The Brotherhood of the Light and the Centurions will need all the help they can get in sacking it. Oh, it should be on this one. It's important I have my record one, not my other one, because you never know when someone's going to say something just stupidly offensive in general chat for no apparent reason, and I have no reason to want I don't want that on the video, basically.
What can I do for you?
I'll be handling things from here, Paladin. Fine, you want an assignment? I suppose I can afford to send you in on a mission or two.
See you around. You need something?
What is the Brotherhood of Light? Well, we are members of the Argent Crusade at the core. Members of the Argent Crusade that aren't held in check by morals, guilt, or useless human emotion. That does not sound, like a good thing. The battle was won before it started. Right now, we're just shooting for style points. Within these barracks, the sniveling Scarlet Crusaders cling to their priceless artifacts, even though some of the objects are much too holy for them. They're now undead hands to touch. So, they keep them in chests, hidden from the world. You'll find these artifacts and bring them back to me. They belong to be among. It's horrible for sentence structure. The Scarlet Crusade, the Argent Crusade. They belong in the hands of the righteous.
Have a good one.
One of the most vile members of the Scarlet Crusade, Matthias the Wrathcaster, lurks within the barracks dungeon. Undeath suits his dark manner. Were I younger and on the front lines, I'd run him through myself. As things are, I'm left behind to lead our forces from the rear. So I'll leave the pleasure to you.
See you later.
We're already lost half a dozen men to the hail of bullets and arrows coming from atop this fortress. I haven't seen the face of the enemy that's firing, but I don't need to. I know the man that's up there, Leopold. That's right. There's only one man up there picking off my men one by one, and that's what I can see. And from what I can see, there's only one of you. Sounds like a fair fight to me.
Be careful.
The Scarlet Commander, Marjara, is cunning, shrewd, and willing to do anything to win a battle. Before all these things, however, she is loyal. I have no doubt you'll find her in the barracks' central chamber, fighting under a crimson banner until she either wins or dies. Make sure it's the latter.
For the Alliance.
So in case you don't know, all of these people used to be in the 10-man side of Stratholme. They also used to be alive. Leopold was actually one of the kind of a tough fight because there was to get to him you had to go through all the hail of cannons. It was just it was annoying. Maybe tough isn't the right word. More just frustrating to get to him. The Crimson Boar. A small jeweled statue. Liara's strand. Several small diamonds strung together with a gold figure. Oh, with gold filigree. Gold filigree. No. the Gavinrad sigil, engraved with the image of a silver fist held up triumphantly. Gavinrad. That's... Is that the founder of the Crusade, of the Scarlet Crusade? Gavinrad. I want to say that is the guy that starts the Crusade. The Shroud of Uther. Though it might actually, since that's... While they have the Shroud of Uther, a heavy piece of canvas probably used as a blanket or a shawl.
Your pain is my release.
Alright. I believe we go up here. There will be the commander.
I will kill you or die trying.
Well, most certainly one of those two things will happen. For the record, that undead just tried to exorcise me. He was working in opposite world. I am not a demon. Technically. Oh, that's right. Hollow's End is coming up. Which will kind of be sad because you'll get gear from Hollow's End. Like, it always happens with Hollow's End. If it's like, woo. Like, you never get good gear with Hollow's End. You always get stuff that's either a little out of date or about to be really out of date.
I'll fill your corpse with arrows.
You use the snake trap. Okay, I have a question. Why did they have a Horde PvP bow? You know, I mean, I think that's a valid question. It is raining.
Can I help you?
I hope you gave them a fight. Well done, Salah. I'll deliver these to
Tyros when we return.
Greetings.
One less thing to worry about. Nice work up there.
See you later. Hey there.
You are on your way to becoming a true champion of the light, Salah. Well done.
For the Alliance.
Good, good. These barracks are as good as fallen.
Ooh, nice plate boots.
I say we've done enough damage to these barracks to call this a win. A commander, a huntsman, and a warlock, all slain, not to mention the relics that we've liberated. Oh, or shall I say, you liberated. The cathedral still remains, but not for long. Talk to Archmage Angela de Santos in the central courtyard.
The fate of Tyr's hands cathedral falls to her able hands.
Be careful.
Can you even tell that I've... Boots. I wear them. I'll be back, Angela. I'm going to go liberate the Abbey.
What can I do for you?
Well, Metzla, can I trust you to assist me in taking this Abbey away from these abominations?
See you around. Hey there.
We are the Brotherhood of the Light. We of the Brotherhood of the Light are not as lenient as our brethren when it comes to meting out justice to those who would do this world wrong. A few of our men didn't make it through the portal which were supposed to open inside this very abbey. You've already proven yourself elusive and battle-hardened. And now I need you to do it again. The abbey has 2 wings, a library and a hall of arms. In each wing you will find a portal. Use this keystone on these portals. Doing so will force them open, allowing our remaining shock troops to take the abbey.
Be careful.
The fate of the Scarlet Crusade is tragic, if somewhat ironic. At one point, they led the charge of humanity against the undead. Now they resemble those corpses they once hunted. What caused their descent on death isn't certain, but it doesn't make them any less dangerous. One of the deadliest was an assassin who went by the name Rohan. We have intel that places him at the bell tower of this very abbey. Find him and kill him, Salah, and try not to die on the way.
For the Alliance.
Well, actually, what happened was their leader was killed by a demon. What are those things called? What are they called? Malagos was one. I want to say Wrathlord, but that's not right. Anyway, taken over by one of the Dreadlords. Was taken over by a Dreadlord. They used his face and turned the Scarlet Crusade into a tool for the Burning Legion. And then Arthas sort of wiped them out with the hand of with Akaras' hold. That's sort of how they all became undead. You know, it is a little bit weird when you actually take a moment and go, so, technically speaking, it's all Kill Jaden's fault. Like, almost everything bad that's happened on Azeroth you can kind of trace to Kill Jaden. Get him, guys! Like the Orc invasion, the Scourge, the Burning Legion invasion. Like, basically all of the events of the Warcraft games were Kill Jaden. Alright, I need to go see a man about an assassin. Die! Well, not the best battle cry, but he does have style. I mean, I definitely have to give him that. Stylish.
Can I help you?
The Abbey will fall shortly. We can soon move on deeper into Tyr's hand.
See you later.
The death of Rohan eases my spirit a bit. I once fought beside him, you know. He was an emissary of the Scarlet Crusade, one of the few that deigned to join us in our battle against Kel'Thuzad so many years ago. How things quickly change. Can you sense it? The taint is already lifting from this building. A holy building wants to be holy, and a villain like Rohan and the rest of the Scarlet scum only hold it back. With the Abbey secure, we are one step closer to taking Tyr's hand. Report the results of our strike to Angela. She should be leading the charge on the cathedral from somewhere in the center of town. Yeah, like
See you around.
right over there. I can see her from here.
Well met.
Even in the bright days after the reign of Kel'Thuzad, after the fall of the Lich King, the Brotherhood lives on. Good, the Abbey is ours. I never doubted Elgor's ability for a moment. Oh.
Be careful.
It sounds like Corfax really cleaned house over at the barracks. It was very much like him to show off like that. Like rats. Well, I'm glad that Elgor and Corfax left some fun for me. It was a battle unto itself to keep them from rushing headlong into the middle of the cathedral. That's your job, after all. The cathedral lies ahead of us, the last of the real bastion of the Scarlet Power remaining. Within it, Crusader Lord Valdemar sits atop Tyr's hand, crumbling pulpits of lies. There will be no escape. There will be no mercy. The last simpering vestiges of the Scarlet Crusade end here. Slay him.
Safe travels.
Very well. Scarlet Praetorian. Undead look funny when they wield a staff. $164 of them to level. I do not believe I will be killing that many Scarlet Crusaders. No, they're not actually undead. I guess they are technically like the Forsaken humanoid undead. The Scarlet Crusade is not over. Undeath is merely a setback. You know, as a fun fact, the merely a setback thing, actually, technically, a misquote. Because it originally appears in Frozen Throne when Kil'jaeden talks to Illidan. Illidan says something like, failure at wherever he was merely set me back. Oh. Victory is ours.
While I can't agree with the methods, I can't argue with the results. In many ways, the Scarlet Crusade were well-intentioned, but their zeal grew too strong, and their hatred blinded them to reason. I only hope the same doesn't happen to our Brotherhood of Light.
Alright, so that's going to do it for this video. thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. In the next one, we're going to talk to Terranar here, and we're going to head north into Northdale, which I'm actually not sure where that is, but I'll figure it out. I think it's the spot here.